Or was it what do you see? As you twisted tiles beneath my feet. What do you see?
So, you've just joined the world of Furvilla and joined an area, a village, that you're going to spend quite a lot of time in until you decide to change. The first thing you're going to want to do is create an explorer. So, I know this isn't a new account, I can't double account, so I'll just use my one. Just pretend there's no fur cache and only one villager. Why an explorer, you might be asking? Well, an explorer can help you do a lot of things. You see, with an explorer, you're able to, explore. You're able to collect a bunch of items from the village that you clicked on, or the village that you're currently taking refuge in. Being an explorer doesn't mean that you have to actually explore, though. Although you are going to have to click an explore button quite a few times to make the maximum results, and that can get quite annoying. And I'm hoping that they're going to introduce a system where you just click one button to like explore max, or, like they have for managing max stables. Anyway, back to what I'm meant to be talking about. After you've created a villager, you're probably wondering, the villager literally says that it's a newbie career, so I'll choose it, but what do I choose after a villager? Well, I suggest, as many people will suggest a warrior, I would actually suggest a herbalist. A herbalist worked very well for me, and that's because with a herbalist, you can plant all the seeds that your explorers gathered, harvest all of the crops, and sell them for a lot of money. And after you've become mediocre rich for where you sit in the game, so maybe you have, like 5,000 fur cash, you can then create more villages and then get a warrior after that. So, as much as a warrior does look like a tempting option, I suggest a herbalist. So after an explorer, herbalist, warrior, you're probably going to have an idea about the game. You've probably looked at the threads and you probably understand the game a bit more, and so you can choose whichever one you want. I mean, I'd personally recommend a doctor, but you could actually choose any one of these things, because they're all quite high on the hierarchy, we could put it, I guess. Although it's not really a hierarchy, it's kind of a system of what works with what. And quite frankly, doctor, alchemist, animal husbandry, blacksmith, crafter, tailor, and I have another one. I don't remember what the other one is at this moment. Construction worker. They're all quite high on the list, although I think construction worker and doctor should be your main priorities. So after this, you're probably like, okay, I've got the villages, I've got the stuff, what do I do now? Well, forums. Get on the forums. If you are bored and you have no idea what to do and you've got all the villages you want and you just don't know, you just do not know what to do, just browse the forums. There are so many things that you're probably going to relate to. There are giveaways for newbies, there are pet collecting things that go on, there are commissioning things, there are requesting things, there are art things, there are just furry things in general. There is everything on the forums, and they've even separated into sections for you. And for those who like role-playing, there is role-playing. That's somewhere, anyway. After that, not many people really go to the chat, but if you want to join the chat, just do it. Like, seriously. The chat is not usually full of too many people, but it's really enjoyable sometimes, just conversing with other random people that have joined Furvilla. It's kind of nice in a way, There's also, the general chat is usually the most active one because there are the most users in the general chat. It gets everyone from all the villages. And then this chat here will be your village's chat only. which is why it says Quetzal Palace for me, because I chose Quetzal Palace. So yeah, this one is heaps more active, as you can see. Also, the news is something to keep your eye on. If you're curious about anything that's happened at all, I would go to the news section and just scroll through and read everything in the news section. Like, as much as it's a lot to read, just read as much as you can, because it's going to help you in the future if you want to understand things. I don't know if they've still got all the beta things that on here. Yes, it appears they do. Well, they have all of the beta stuff on here as well, so if you want to get some insight into what happened during the beta, then go to the news section and scroll far down, because we're not actually allowed to talk about it in the forums or the chat. It's banned and you can get banned from it. There is a help section, by the way, if you think this tutorial hasn't been helpful enough. I mean, it may have been, it may not have been, you never know. So, if you are new, please use the giving tree. The giving tree is there for donations from other people around. And as much as it's been really low lately because everyone is new, I'm sure it'll slowly stock back up to what it used to be. I also would not do the plush collector if you're new because, well, you need a lot of items for the plush collector, like a lot of items from all the villages, and they often cost heaps. So yeah, I just don't suggest the plush collector if you're new at all. So I think that's pretty much all you want to know if you're new. If you're a beta player and you completely understand the game, please add me. I want beta friends, you know? And also add me if you're new. I want to make friends with new people. There are so many new people here, and I just can't wait to introduce myself to all of them. I've been really, really active on Furvilla lately, and I've barely put the game down as long as I've been on my computer. And it's just mind-blowing, all the different things I've seen, all the chats I've seen. The arguments are kind of interesting, but just all the great things that I've seen. This game just draws me back every time. It's crazy. I definitely think that if you aren't signed up to Furvilla and you play Animal Jam, and I think you have to be over 13, I'm not 100% sure, but if you're the age limit required, then sign up because it's a great experience. Even if you don't like it, you can always abandon the account. But yeah, also if you sign up, please put me down as referral because I'd really like that. Yeah, my user is jgirl939. But you don't have to, of course. I just really appreciate it because, you know, I referred you. Thanks for watching. Sorry the video isn't scheduled very well. I wanted to wait for the beta to close, and I wanted to wait for everything to settle down. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Bye!